There were protests in St. Paul, then protests in Charlottesville, and recently a country divided on issues surrounding racism. This 5 decades after the assassination of civil rights activist Martin Luther King Jr.
We are not afraid.
Some of the images we see today reflect images that led up to the civil rights movement of the 60s.
Show the images.
Make people own their shame.
Raising the question, how far has America come? This documentary, Hope and Fury, MLK, the movement and the media, answers that question while showing how the media offers a fresh look at the historic civil rights movement.
Without television, the civil rights movement would have been like a bird without wings.
You could not deny what was going on.
The film, released last year to highlight the 50-year observance of MLK's death, shows how protesters use social media today to employ the same strategies as Dr. King. For example, this video of a Starbucks encounter went viral in hours and created bold headlines. 2 black men were removed from a Philadelphia Starbucks in handcuffs. The white manager called the police after the men were waiting for a business meeting. The backlash was intense. The film, narrated by Lester Holt, navigates the struggles of the civil rights movement in the 60s and draws a straight line to a new generation of activists.
This is the next chapter.
Again, a special screening of Hope and Fury is tomorrow at the Minnesota History Center in St. Paul. That's happening at 6 p.m. and it's free. It will also air this Sunday at 9 o'clock on MSNBC.